Hey everybody, it's Walker here. One question people ask when I ignite a piece of chaga with carbon steel is, can it be used wet? I guess it's the either fantasy or survival thing with flint and steel, and that's carbon steel. Also, you could use a carbon steel knife, although for once I'm gonna use an actual striker. Can you do it with stuff you find just in nature? Now, naturally, I'm going to recommend you carry 3 ways of starting a fire, 3 dependable ways, but if all I had was a carbon steel implement, can I find materials in nature within 24 hours, let's say, to actually get a fire without processing it? I'm going to be honest with you, well, one, you shouldn't be in the woods without 3 ways to start a fire, but you're better off doing friction fire, in my opinion, for the initial fire. However, let's give it a go. What I did is I was on top of Sharon Mountain, actually last night, and in this bag here we have, I ripped off chaga off a tree and I put it immediately in a bag, so it'll be just as wet today as it was last night. Now, first thing we have is a piece of rock. This is wild rock. By wild rock means I didn't touch this rock. I just picked it up off the ground. I didn't nap it. I didn't break it with another rock. So this is just a rock from Sharon Mountain in Connecticut. Hey, it is what it is. Okay. Of course, my intention is strike it on this carbon steel. Now, moving right along, inside one bag, inside another bag, inside another bag, because I didn't want any moisture to be lost here, is chaga. When I took this chaga, right now it's wet. It actually feels wet. It was raining. It just got done raining basically the day before. It was in a shaded area. It's as wet as it's going to get. So my plan is, I'm on top of another mountain, is to put this chaga on these rocks here. Let it bake in the sun. We're going to give it an hour. Actually, there's a secondary plan is also we'll process some of it on this leaf. Now, it's really windy today, so there's a chance that may just blow away. But, so that's our plan. I don't know what I'm going to do up here for an hour. Maybe there's, what am I going to do here? I guess I'll pick huckleberries, stuff like that. So here's the basic gist of it. This goes here. This is going to go right here in the sun. There we are. I'm also going to shave some off using this rock on this leaf. 2 ways of striking it. One way is going to be putting the chaga on top of the rock, having the spark hit the chaga. Second way would be striking the rock actually the rock is going to hit the steel. This is actually fire steel. Other stuff's called a ferro rod. But that's a whole other matter. And drive the spark into the leaf and hopefully catch the chaga. So we're going to try 2 different methods, and my processing is going to be done right now. This is wet chaga, and I guess this would be the hypothetical scenario where I'm out in the woods like a fool without 3 ways to start a fire. I don't have friction fire skills, or I just can't do it, and I have a carbon steel implement. Of course, it's ridiculous, but that's a setup. So we'll give it, I'm going to relax for an hour. What's to do up here? What is to do up here for an hour? Certainly beautiful country. Let's see, well, black huckleberries. Not bad, a little seedy. There's also bear in the area too. I hope the bear doesn't take offense. Hey bear, I'm taking your huckleberries! Hope he doesn't want to fight it out, because all I have with me is this meager little gun. I don't think that's going to stop anything, but I'm also not worried either, because how many people get attacked by a bear here? Pretty much none of them. But then again, they're not up here in the bear's territory eating up its huckleberries either, so, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Just a little, oh wow, look at that though. Man, it looks good. Actually, you know, I am going to leave these for the bear because I did actually see them up here a week ago. And I can go to the supermarket and get this stuff. Bear can't go to the supermarket, so we're going to leave these for that bear. We're going to leave this this to dry in the sun. Oh, mushroom. Oh, throw you over there. Okay. There we go. Right there. Whoop, sorry about that. Okay. Now I just want to show you really quick. Secondary method. Gosh, this is wet. Look, it's like all. You see how wet that is? That's wet. I'm hoping that the number one key to drying something that is really wet, but that's good quality chaga though. It's not dusting though because it's just too wet to dust. The number one way to dry something, I guess. Oh, look at that. There's a hole in the leaf right here, and where does it fall? Right in the little hole in the leaf. Isn't that just like typical? That is like so typical. Well, I guess that is kind of what it. That's my fault for getting a crappy leaf. I only had 50 million damn leaves to pick from. So we're gonna put this right here to. Okay. All right, there's that pile. So one piece of chaga right here in the sun. This chaga pile of chaga. I gotta get a better leaf. That's you know, I mean, really. I'm embarrassed for me for grabbing a crappy leaf. You know, that's embarrassing. All right. That's better. That's much better. Okay. This is good quality chaga, I'll tell you that, but all right. Damn, that is wet, wet, wet. There you go. Place you in the apex of the sun, which is right now. It's going to be over here. So put that. I'm going to put the rock on the leaf. Hopefully it won't blow away on us. That's a hope right there. And the chaga, I'll leave it right there. Whoop. All right, guys, we'll be back. Actually, guys and gals, we'll be back in an hour. It's always, you know, people always miss steps. So here's one of the steps that I'm doing right now to show you. This is bark. Actually, it's a cedar bark. We found this also, same time. It was in a bag, so it's the same moisture content. So when it was picked, mixed in a little yellow birch, just a little bit. We'll just foof it up right here on this little little nook in the rock in the sun. And what I'm doing by pulling it apart constantly is I'm increasing the surface area of it. And that'll allow it to dry out. I'm going to probably go around here on this mountaintop. And we're going to pick up some dry grass and stuff just to give it a little bit of a base. I can put it in a bed of dry grass. I tell you one thing though, you guys want to practice marginal firecraft to really remind you of reasons why you got to carry 3 ways to start a fire. I mean, this may or may not work, but I'd really hate to depend on, if this didn't work, my next step would be a friction fire. Of course, again, carry 3 ways to start a fire. Still, this is fun. It's practice. And where's my son? Come on, guys. I got chaga. See, I got the chaga right here. Come on. It's got to dry. It's going to be a while. Okay, I don't think it's been quite an hour yet, but it's still, I don't know, it's maybe been like 40 minutes. It still feels wet. But I'm kind of hoping, I gotta be careful of this wind, that this fine chaga right here There we go. That I made. I'm kind of hoping that maybe this works out better. Because this feels dry to my touch. And we'll try with this piece of rock. Well, I had it cold for a microsecond, then it went out. I may need more drying. Not yet. Looks like it almost cold there. Not yet. Let me just for giggles try one shot with this rock. I don't think that's going to go up either yet. I might be a bit premature in my attempt. Okay. Okay, not yet, and not here yet either. That's a lot of sparks in there. That's good quality chaga too. I need more drying. And I might need to get another rock. Wait. Okay, I think maybe. All right, if that takes hold. And that's also on the edge. We have a coal. Just really on the edge. Did you go out? It's there. This is really on the edge though. Let that smolder right there. I think picture that as it goes. I think I was a bit premature in putting in the tinder bundle, but it's smoldering. It's definitely smoldering. Okay, it might actually work. The main chunk is still damp. All right, one more picture here. Then we'll okay, let's see if I can't blow this into flames. All right, here we go. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. We have flames. Okay, that's a success. That's a success. So, I guess it is indeed possible. Wet chaga. Wet chaga. Carbon steel implement. Wild rock. By wild, I mean untamed. Untamed rock. I didn't break this or do anything to this other than what I found. And wild chaga. So we got officially wild chaga, untamed rock, carbon steel, cedar bark fire. So if you have 40 minutes of sunlight and a nice warm rock, it is indeed possible to start a fire with chaga, basically taken right off the tree. It was much harder than if this was bone dry. I mean, if I had bone dry chaga dust, it would have caught that spark, because this is good quality. This is good. It's soft. I grabbed the best piece. Well, not the best, but one I would say. Well, it doesn't get any better than this. So the chaga haul last night, I grabbed the best piece I considered and tossed it in a little bag to keep it wet. So it was a lot harder. Didn't want to go like this, but I guess the dust did it. So that's it. Wet wild chaga. You can make it work. And thanks a lot for looking.